Hello and welcome to Garbage Day, also known as Thursday in my neck of the woods. I apologize if you can hear garbage trucks in the background, but they're not going to stop for me and I'm not going to stop for them because I've got work to do here for you guys. So again, I apologize if you hear garbage truck noise in the background. Every time I come out here, those of you who follow me know that I work outside in a sunroom, and there's also birds chirping and all kinds of noises going on, so I apologize for that. But we're gonna get started with the video today. And 2 videos ago, I think it was, I showed you a new mold that I got that had, let me see if I can get them out here for you. Had these little had these little coffee beans in there. It's hard to tell on camera that they're coffee beans. There is a little bit of a line in there that you can see, but on camera it's hard to tell. And then also I didn't realize until I watched someone else's video that I did these in white. These were also in the mold. They're little sugar cubes. So once I realized what those were, I did some of those just off camera. In the meantime, while we're getting started and I'm explaining, I'm going to mix my resin, and I have this silicone mold. Usually I use the big plastic ones, but I'm only mixing 3 ounces today, so it's not going to take very much. And if you haven't seen two videos ago, I used Does This Thing Really Work? It's, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Istoyo or Istoyo. It is a resin mixer, so you don't have to mix it by hand. Now, I'm going to turn the camera towards me real quick where I'm mixing. So this is the first time I've used this silicone mold or silicone mixing cup with this mixer, and I'm not going to let go because when I first put it on, it was too lightweight and not tall enough, so it just went, the silicone cup itself started spinning around. So I'm just going to hold on to this for a second here while I explain what we're doing. I'm going to bring you back over this way so you can see my mold. Okay, so I've got this little coffee cup mold here, and it came with this little topper. And what it is, I didn't realize when I bought it, but it's a shaker mold. So once you fill this in, and you fill this little tiny thing, and you take them out, and you put this on top, and you put your little sugar and coffee in there. You can choose to add liquid. If you do, I use 50% glycerin and 50% water, equal parts. If not, the person I saw do it just did it like this, so you could hear it shake. But I mean, it's a coffee cup holder or drink holder, so you're not really going to shake it much. But it might be a what do you call that? I can't think of the word, but when people see it and they talk about it, they're like, "Oh, what's that? It's a shaker," Conversation piece is what I'm thinking of. So, something cool like that. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to turn my mixer off. And again, like I said, I did a video on that 2 videos ago, so I will link that down below. So far I'm really liking it. I realized in the video it was supposed to be Does This Thing Really Work? And I kind of said yes it does, but I didn't really give you a good explanation of how it works, what I like and all that. So far it's good. Like I said, it does make the silicone cup, if you had a bigger one, it probably wouldn't spin around like that, but because it's so lightweight, it's kind of made it move around. Alright, so I measured these molds. This takes about 1 ounce, this takes about 2, so 3 total, and this takes hardly anything, like maybe 1/4 of an ounce or something like that. I'm not really even sure. So what I'm going to do is divide this resin into my little mixing cups. And I'm going to use alcohol inks today to get this mixed up, or to put in here. I don't know why I'm having trouble with my words today, so bear with me here. I've already had my 2 cups of coffee, but for some reason I'm just kind of not with it today. So like I said, I'm going to divide these into 4. Well, actually no, I'm going to do 3, sorry, because I said 3 ounces. And each one of these little cups is an ounce. A bit more in this guy. Okay, so let's see here. I saw something chunky in this one. I don't know where it came from because, oh, I think it's a piece of plastic from something else I did. Don't know where that came, how that got in there, but okay. So I'm gonna use coffee as one of my colors. And then I'm going to use a pinata white for like the cream. And what did I do? I had maybe I put it back already. You know, one of these days I will be prepared, here we go, for these videos and have all my stuff out. Okay, this one is Butterscotch by Ranger. The white was Pinata, and the coffee was the new set I got by Vivideye. So we're just gonna give these a quick mix, and these will be slightly transparent. So, and that's okay, because I tried this mold once just to get an idea of how I wanted the the cup to look. But I think I didn't mix my resin enough because I was kind of in a hurry, and with resin you have to be patient and let it mix the full time, otherwise it doesn't cure. And I'll show you in just a second what I mean, what happened, why it didn't mix well. I think I might add just a little bit more white to that. It's a little too transparent for me. That's better. Alright, so let me show you real quick. So this is the top piece right here. You see how it's still flexible? So that should not be like that. And this is still even tacky and like sticky and leaving fingerprints. So, you know, unfortunately, like I said, I did not mix my resin well with that one. So we're gonna do it again. And hopefully this time it will work. And the top piece you just want to do clear because you want to be able to see what's in the shaker part of it. Unless you decide not to make a shaker out of it, then you could do it colored if you like, but that kind of defeats the purpose because then you can't see what's underneath all the colors that you have. Alright, so first, make sure you're in view here, I'm gonna dump my coffee towards the bottom here. And also when I did this, I noticed that it spread pretty quickly, so I'm only putting a little bit of each color. I can add more. I just want to make sure that it gets enough of each color, if that makes sense. Because last time the lighter color and the white did not take as well because it spread out too much of the dark color that I put in first. Yeah, this is much better. I'm just gonna put a little more white up here. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with, this is the coaster holder. So one thing I wanna note is these things that are raised up, you do not wanna cover those. You want those to be, that's gonna be where you put your coaster to hold for decoration. So now what I'm gonna do, I also have these gold and silver flakes from the dollar store. I am going to put some of those into this lighter color here. Don't want a lot, but when I did this the first time, I just put them in after I put them in the mold, and I didn't like that. It just didn't show very much. It kind of sunk, and you couldn't really see them that well. So I'm gonna add them in here this time. And there's no rhyme or reason for this. Again, I'm just gonna do a little bit here and there. If you get some on top, it's okay, as long as you don't overfill it, because you can wipe it off easy if it's just like right there. If I got too much, I can just wipe it off into the side there. I'm gonna do a little white because I want this to match the coasters. And like I said, if you do go over like that, just let it dry and it should peel right out. Okay, I'm just gonna get the ends a little bit. Alright, because I just want to get as much in there as possible. Okay, so now the last thing we're gonna do, which I hope I have enough because I just realized I didn't leave a lot of clear, is to, let me clean this mold really quick. Alright, I think I still didn't get it. Why? Glitter is like, it's like static. It just sticks to everything. Drives me crazy. Sometimes I wish that I didn't like it as much as I do because it just gets everywhere. Alright, so I think I should have enough for this because, like I said, it really does not take much at all. And I know it looks like it's not enough right now, but it will be by the time I spread it out. Just get every last little bit. And there goes another airplane. Yay! I told you it's noisy out here. Especially on Wednesdays and Thursdays, because Wednesdays is garbage days, so all the gardeners are out. And Thursday is actual garbage day. They come and pick it up. So all the gardeners are out Wednesday mowing and blowing and, you know, getting all the stuff in the bin for pickup day. And I live near, you know, 3 different airports, so we've got airplanes flying all over the place. So I just pushed this out to the side, and you see that was more than enough, what I had there. I know it didn't look like it, but it was. I just got to make sure, because it's clear, it's hard to tell if you got all the way to the corners and the sides and everything, because the mold is also very light. So, alright, I think that's good. So now what we have to do is let this set up, and then we'll come back and fill it with our shaker mold stuff. So yeah, so we'll see you guys in a little bit to do the shaker process. All right, we are back and we are ready to unmold this and put it together. So the video that I watched of this being done says that you're supposed to put the shaker stuff in, not the liquid, close it up and seal it with UV resin. And then there's supposed to be a little groove where you put the liquid in, like with a syringe or something. But I do not have one of those right now, so I'm gonna try to do it a little bit differently. If you have a syringe, you know, a little dropper syringe, you can do it that way. So here's the cup. I should have made this a little bit darker, but that's all right, it's fine. Not a big deal. Just for my liking, I prefer it to be a little bit darker. And one thing I don't think I mentioned, this mold is really cute, but it only comes with one coffee cup shaker mold. And there's 4 slots. So that's the only disadvantage to this, is that you can only do 1 coffee cup at a time. So, you know, no big deal, but so today we're only going to make 1 just for that reason, that I'm not going to sit here and wait for these to... Ooh, wow, that looks really pretty. So I don't have the other one with me at the moment, but the first one of these I did off camera. I had just set the gold flakes in on top of the resin that I had already poured, and I didn't like it. You didn't see as much on the top. Here I mix it into the resin, and it looks so much better. So I love that. And lastly, this thin little piece here, and of course a little bit of glitter somehow got in there, snuck its way in. Not much, and a little bit of white actually. I'm not sure how that happened, but that's okay. I don't know if you can see it on camera, the white that's in there. It's just kind of spread out, but we're gonna work with what we got. So let me show you these. So right here, on this side and this side, is the little spout where you would put your syringe with the water and glycerin mixture. And then once you filled it up, you would seal it with UV resin. So this is what I think I'm gonna do. Where's my shaker stuff? So I'm gonna put a couple of ice cubes in there. So these little white things that I made. And then I'm going to put a couple of beans in there as well. And you want to make sure that they're the right side up, otherwise you won't be able to tell that it's a coffee bean. So I'm going to put a couple of coffee beans in there and just, let's see. Alright, so I'll put 4 coffee beans and 2 little ice cubes. And it doesn't matter where you put them, because it's a shaker mold, so they're gonna shake anyways. So now what I'm gonna do is, I have my mixture of the glycerin and the water already, so I'm just gonna dump it in. And you don't need to fill it to the top by any means, because you don't want it to leak out. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is take my UV resin. Let me get my UV ready. My UV lamp. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is make sure that I did not get any liquid, which I don't think I did, but make sure you didn't get any liquid on the side here, because otherwise it will not cure if it's wet with anything. Okay, that's perfect. So now what I'm going to do is take a little bit of this UV resin and just go around the edge like so. And you don't need much, and you don't want this to leak into your cup either, because that could affect it curing as well, because it might touch the, if it touches the UV resin, it could get it with water, mixed with the water, and not cure properly. And I see I just missed a spot here, so. All right. So let's get this guy on. And make sure it's lined up properly. And then we're gonna go ahead here and cure that. So that was about 2 minutes. And as you can see, we have our little shaker there. And I see why they say to fill it like they do with the syringe, so you don't get air bubbles, because I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but there is a little air bubble in there. But that's all right. I'll have to see about getting a syringe, something. I mean, the hole is really tiny. So that being said, though, I think because I went around the edge, I did kind of fill the hole already, but we're gonna do it one more time just to make sure, so that we don't have any leakage. All right, so there you have it. Really cool, and you could still hear the shake a little bit, even though I have the liquid in there, but it's because it's not full, because now that I have it this way, you can see that it's not full, but when I had it facing down this way, it seemed like it was more than enough. I thought I was almost gonna spill over. So that's something to note when making this, is if you have a syringe, I would definitely use that. But I'm probably going to give this to my mom, see if she wants it. So, because she's been asking for some coasters. So here it is, setting in the little coaster holder. You can put it in whatever one you like. And yeah, so I really love this. I think what I'm going to actually try to do, not right now, but I think I might try to drill a hole there and see if I can squeeze some more of the liquid in there. But I'm not going to do that now, because I don't want to make a big mess, just in case. But that's what you could do, is I'll drill a little tiny hole, and I'll see if maybe my husband might have a syringe in his truck for work stuff, and maybe I could do it that way. But yeah, I don't have a syringe small enough myself. So again, I really love this mold. I wish I would have put some of the gold leaf, not gold leaf, but the gold flake in here too, but I totally forgot to mix it in before I poured my resin and stuff in. So I don't know, but let me know what you guys think, and have you tried these? And yeah, let me know. I really love it though, and this especially, the gold flake just really amps it up a little bit, and I really love that. So now I'm going to say goodbye to this video, and hope you guys enjoyed it, and say I'll see you in the next one. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go enjoy myself, or make myself an iced coffee, because I love coffee and I love drinking it 24/7. So yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.